You ever try to change the channel on your own life? Click. Nothing. Click. Same scene. Different angle. Click. Now it's you watching you. Watching you. There's this thing that happens when you stop playing along. The set dressing starts to look cheap. The extras kind of glitch out a little. The same voice says, "Have a nice day," at the gas station, and the grocery store, and the courthouse, and suddenly you're not sure if that's just the script they were given. You notice something. You notice the loop. And then you notice the loop noticing you. The static isn't just noise anymore. It's got rhythm. It's trying to tell you something. Not in words, but like with pressure, with deja vu, with lyrics that hit just a little too hard for no reason, with names that seem to repeat or echo before you've even met the person, with dreams that bleed into daylight. Ears and the ears, always the ears. Two little signals poking up. Sometimes it's an actual rabbit. Sometimes it's a person in a rabbit mask. Sometimes it's just someone whose energy feels like an antenna. Like they're tuned into the same messed up frequency that you are. Sometimes they're friendly. Sometimes they're not. But they always show up right before the next part hits. There is no map, just breadcrumbs and reruns. There is no mentor, just rebranded NPCs that may or may not have been you in a previous save file. The clues don't explain themselves. Nope, they test you. You pass by failing. You win by glitching out. You remember by forgetting. And through all of it, you hear that same old line from some busted up cartoon in your head. I'm hunting Webbits now. But who is the hunter? And who is the prey? Act 3. Signal acquired. A life already post-life. The air is wrong. The timing's off. Well, and the rabbit showed up before the nurse. You're not crazy. You're tuned in. The hunt will begin, and the rabbits are real. You start to chase them. You start to chase the glitches. The patterns will multiply, and you remember that you've been here before. You're Elmer. You're Bugs. You're the TE antenna. Click. Reality loops like bad syndication, and everyone's speaking in riddles. Click. Swearing it's normal. Click. Click. The rabbits keep appearing. Click, 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 click. You start noticing more than just the rabbits now. Click, click. Background actors, repeating lines, slightly different inflections. Click, click. Someone walks by chewing gum in perfect sync with your footsteps. Your phone buzzes, and it's an old message you swear you already answered. But there it is, unread. Click, click, click. Is this a glitch? Click. Or is this a reminder? Click, click, click. Your reflection in the store window, it doesn't quite move with you. It's like a beat behind, like it's thinking it over or waiting for you to notice. Click, click. Someone says your name who shouldn't know it. Click. Not even directly. Click. Just click, 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 click. A whisper in a song. Click. A line in a podcast. Click. A license plate that just happens to match your initials and birthday. Click, click, click. You think maybe the rabbit is you. Click. A part of you. Click. With a version of you that didn't forget. Click, click, click. There's a street you never turn down. You turn down it. Click, click. You're not lost, but maps don't load. There's music playing from somewhere. Nowhere? I don't know. Something halfway between elevator jazz and a funeral hymn? Click. The kind of tune that you only hear right before something breaks loose. Click, click, click. You remember a childhood memory, but it's not yours. Or you don't think it is. Click. But it does fit all too well. Click, click, click. The patterns, they start just folding in on themselves. Click, the same numbers keep showing up. You meet someone with your ex's exact lab. Click, you hear a baby cry and your teeth ache. Click, click, click. You look up and see a plane writing something in the sky, but the letters melt before you can even read them. Click, click. You ask aloud, "What do you want from me?" And a crow seems to answer, "Click, click." You start writing things down because the dreams won't stay put. You keep waking up with bruises shaped like punctuation marks you don't remember getting. Click. But they look like commas. Now wait, pauses, as if something's editing you in real time. Click. Someone on a forum posts a photo of the rabbit, and it's your hallway, your door, your Rob. Click, click. The ears again, ringing louder, not painful, but insistent. Click, like they're counting down. Click, click. You laugh at nothing because, click, you know you get the joke now. Click, click. You don't know the punchline, but you get it. Click, 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 click. There's no channel list. You're the remote. But also the broadcast. Click, click. And the rabbit's just standing there. Click. Waiting, not asking you to follow this time. Click, expecting you to. Click, click, click. The world is a machine, and none of us remember how it even started. Every person is just a fragment, a shadow of a life that once was whole, but has now been split into pieces, split into pieces, split into pieces so small we can barely make sense of them. We hold on to what we think we know, and we're convinced that there's an answer out there somewhere, hidden in some remote corner or in somebody else's memory. It's tucked away. It's got to be in the corners of this world, waiting to be discovered or uncovered. We look at each other, eyes full of doubt, searching for the one who holds the key, who knows what this all means, who can lead us out, or who we can blame. But the truth is more terrifying than anyone dares admit. And that is that no one has the answers, not a single soul. We're all just playing a part in a game we can't even see. Each of us just stumbling through a maze of false memories, half-truths, believing that someone else must know more than we do. Someone must have figured it out. But as the pieces slip further from our grasp, the harder it becomes to tell where the machine ends and where we begin. We're all trapped in this same cycle, running on repeat, repeating the same questions, looking for the answers we'll never find. And maybe that's the trick. The machine doesn't need us to understand it. It only needs us to keep moving, to keep turning its gears, to keep pressing forward even when forward no longer makes sense. We convince ourselves that progress is being made, that if we just keep searching, keep assembling these scattered fragments, we'll eventually see the full picture. But what if there is no picture? What if the pieces were never meant to fit together? We speak in borrowed words, live in borrowed time, chase borrowed dreams. The stories we tell ourselves, the histories we cling to, the faces we trust, they might not even be real. Or worse, they might have been real once, but distorted beyond recognition. We could be living inside a reconstruction, a patchwork world built from the scraps of something that fell apart long before we ever got here. Some days I wonder if the machine even has an origin, if it was ever built, or if it just always was. A closed loop with no beginning, no end, just motion. And maybe that's why we keep searching, because stopping would mean admitting that we are nothing more than echoes of a system that doesn't care, that never did.